Good day, folks. Bernard here from the Gatineau side. Ottawa right there, Canada, the capital of Canada. I'm on the Quebec side. This is after COVID. This is what we call the Chaudière River. Well, this is the Ottawa River. Anyway, I just want to do an update. I'm on my bike today. I bike all the way here, as you can see in the background there. My rad bike, my rad power bike. This is an electrical bike. And I'm here because I want to take a few shots of this scenery here. Not sure if there's anything to be shooting here, but I'll do my best, you know. Anyway, I'll put the video camera down, the Osmo Action. I'll take a few shots, and then I'll explain where I'm going with this. This camera here. Yep. M8, Leica M8. 14-year-old camera. So anyway, let's get some few shots, and you can enjoy the scenery here from my pictures from the M8, and then we'll talk about the M8, about the Leica. Why am I shooting with this today? Why am I using this camera? And I'll explain everything. And it has something to do with my channel going forward now. So, hang on. Let's enjoy the scenery. Breathe in, breathe out. And we'll go from there. Okay, let me explain. Now that you've seen a couple of the images I just took with this M8. What's a Leica M8? A Leica M8 is the first Leica M. It was made in 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. It was the first digital Leica M made. So this little guy here, or girl, whichever, I purchased this back in 2008. I actually did a wedding in 2008, 2009, I don't remember exactly. And I had this for quite a bit. I mean, a year or two, you know. And then I got rid of it. I went to Nikon, then came back to Leica. I had the M9 that followed up with this. So the M9 was a full frame. This is not a full frame. This has a crop factor of 1.33. So it's a bit bigger than the APS-C, but smaller than a full frame for sure. The beauty about this is not a CMOS. This is a CCD sensor. So what does this mean? It's not a CMOS, it's a CCD. What it means, in low light condition, this is not good. This is not good. Past ISO 800, 1000, eesh, we're struggling here. So this is not a CMOS that it's a big performer in low light. If you want performance in low light with this, you need fast lens, which I have right now. It's coupled with a Voigtlander made for this camera. It's a 1.2, 35 millimeters. So keep in mind, this is a crop factor, 1.33. So it's almost like 50 millimeters. It's a fast lens, and if I want low light situation, again, I won't be able to pull from the shadow much of detail. This is not made for that. You aim for the light, and you get the result. So it's a 10 megapixel. 10 megapixel. Not long ago, I was shooting with a 52 megapixel. If you watch my previous video, the Fuji medium format. Then right now I own a Panasonic S1 24 megapixel full frame, first Panasonic full frame. And they're all good cameras. I mean, they get the job done, right? They're sharp, they're crisp. It's almost like surgical photographic image there. I call it the CMOS look, the plastic look. We're flooded with plastic look. We're flooded with CMOS look. And if you want to stand out, you got to go in your software and edit your image in a way that, okay, I recognize this signature, I recognize this photographer. This is the, you know. So I'm not complaining about CMOS. I mean, I did a wedding not long ago with my S1 Panasonic, and it was amazing. Amazing. You need that. But for my personal work and for this channel, I decided to get away from the CMOS, get away from the fast, huge, surgical look. How should I say? Landscape that it's so sharp, so tack sharp that it doesn't make any sense, really. So I decided to go a bit more imperfect. How should we say that? Imperfection is a weakness unless you use it as your strength. How's that? Is that a good way of putting it? I think so. So a photo that's not perfect, that's not that sharp, has grain in there, but composition is nice, the feel of the photo is nice, could be an asset, could be something nice. Just trying to find a place where I can sit down and have a chat. Walking around here is a bit, there's a bench there, could probably do the bench thing, but anyway, my arm is getting tired. Put on pause for a second. Yep. So basically this is not perfect by all means. Leica are a good camera, they make good glass. To me they're not affordable, way too expensive. So Voigtlander make nice glass for these type of camera. So this type of camera, again, let's talk what it doesn't have. It doesn't have a viewfinder. Instead, it's got a range finder. So basically, for you who knows about the range finder, you only see through this light here. So you don't see through the lens. What else it doesn't have? It doesn't have a live view. So I can't focus or see what my image gonna look like before I take the shot. It's like a film camera. You got line where, depending on the lens you put on, so it gives you some line so you know you're framing inside those lines to make sure you got what you need. What else it doesn't have? It's only a 1 SD card, small battery underneath. Metering system. It only has one option, center wedge metering system. It doesn't have all the matrix and stuff like that we get today. Very simple. Shutter speed, which can go to 8,000, which is pretty good. Shutter button. Continue shooting. If anybody wants to continue shooting with this camera, out of his mind. Single is enough. There's a timer, 2 second or 12 second. What else? You got to keep the little glass in the front really clean, because that's what the metering and the viewing. You get, of course, with these lens, you get the aperture on the lens, you got the focal distance scale on the lens if you want to shoot that way. You get the automatic shutter speed. So if you put it on automatic, the camera will decide for you. I use my ISO at the fixed rate. So my ISO is always at 160. This is the default. If I use automatic, it can go up to 3000 or something like that, but I don't let it go. I don't use it that way. So 160, that's my setting. You know what? It's a very simple. There's a few buttons at the back. A play, a delete, protect, info, and set. If you want to play with your setting, you just press set, and then you get your ISO, your EV compensation. It's all done by the back here. Your white balance. It's a DNG file format or RAW, but it's DNG, which is good, meaning that you can use this in any software. And that's it, basically. You know, it's a very simple camera. There's nothing to you know, to fiddle with too much. It's pure photography. You shoot, that's it. You know, you go out and you shoot. So why this camera? I don't know. I need something to reboot my photography. I need something to set myself apart, or to go back to the basic or something, because this is very basic. Don't get me wrong. I mean, like I said earlier, the Panasonic S1 is a beast for video, for photography. I did own an OMD Micro Four Third at one point, Olympus Mark II, I think. Tons of setting. It's got IBIS. This doesn't have IBIS. There's no way of controlling your camera shake, unless you, the only way is your lens, the speed of your lens. There's no IBIS, there's nothing. But there's no button to remember. There's no setting that you have to remember. There's no menu. Oh yeah, gosh, true, I gotta do this. Oh yeah, I gotta, okay, where's my, which menu, which button did I assign this and that? There's none of that. This is purely, you put it on and you turn it on, you just click. And by the way, listen to this click, folks. Listen to this. Here, I'll put it here. Okay, I'll aim at something at least. Listen to the click. Ain't that beautiful? Unbelievable. You get addicted to this shutter sound. I love it. I just love it. But anyway, so I'll be going down further with my bike. Take some few shots over there. And let me think in the comment below, what do you think about this? Is the M8 in 2020 still a good camera to buy? You can get those guys here online for very cheap. This is a 14-year-old camera, and it's still working. And it's a rock. It's a brick. It's heavy. It's heavy. I don't know how much it is. And it's really hefty. You know, like you can feel in your hand. That's what I like about this camera. Always loved this. Now I remember when I fell in love in 2008 with this camera. Since then I regret it. I like this better than the M9 actually. I owned the M9 for over a year, but my M8, I got it brand new back then. I should have never sold it. Never. But I found this one with a very low shutter speed. There was less than 11,000 shutter on it, and I re-verified it. Yes, that's exactly what it was. Less than 11,000. It's immaculate, you know, condition. No scarf, no nothing on it. It's just pristine. So this it's going to last me, who knows, another 5-10 years maybe. But this is what I want to do. Black and white. Does this mean my landscape photography is done? Because yeah, you do landscape with this. I can put a 21mm lens on this. Well, the Voigtlander makes a nice 21 3.5. It's beautiful. But you know what? I'm gonna diverse my channel with landscape photography and cityscape and street work. So this is what it's for. Traveling, small, compact. 10 megapixel is plenty. I can do a those nice big 13 by 19 inch print with this, no problem. I can't crop. I can't crop and I can't zoom. There's no zoom. I think probably the longest lens I will ever get on this, it will be a 90 millimeters or 75 millimeters, probably, because of the crop factor would be better. But I don't see the need right now. I'm more of a wide angle shooter. I like the 35 millimeter. That's my sweet spot. So I'm looking at a 21 right now. 21 3.5. That will give me approximately 28 millimeters, which is wide angle enough for me. And that's probably what I'm going to slap on. I do have this 35 1.2. I have a 40 1.4 also in my bag. And that's the only lens I have. They're tiny lens. They're not expensive. And they're easy to manipulate with this. I like the manual focus. And that's what it is, right? It's a rangefinder, so it's manual focus. There's no automatic here. You can use the focal length, which is the scale. It's very practical. So let's say right now I shoot at f11, and I don't know, I focus at 7 feet. Yeah, 7 feet, f11. So anything between 4.5 feet to 15 feet will be in focus. So that's the depth of field scale, and you see it right there. So you know you can walk on the street, preset it, maybe 4 feet. I want 4 feet, I'll be at f5.6. Yeah, 3.5 feet to about 5 feet. So I have a pretty good range. I know in advance. So it's pre-focusing, right? And that's for street work. Landscape, just set it to my eye. f11, f16, f22 all the way if I want. And I'm at f22 right now, and I'll go to infinity because there's a nice little duck down there, and I'll just take a shot. It's 125, f22, ISO 160, and that's it, folks. So that's an update. I haven't posted anything lately because I was not sure. I wasn't, and it's not that I don't know. You tell me. You tell me in the comment below. I know you guys, some guys are following me from the beginning. And if you feel like this is not something you want to watch anymore, these videos with this camera, I do what you have to do. But I know for sure, for a while anyway, for a bit, this is what I'll be using. And this is what I'll be posting. No pressure, no one every week. I might do one every week. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. I'll take it from there. I don't know. I want to shoot for myself. I want to take photo for myself the way I want it. And I feel this is going to give me this nice feeling of taking pictures the way I want it. So then I'll take another shot at the federal parliament here, Canada. As far as COVID go, we are not back to work. I'm working from home, so I'm back to work basically. I never quit work, so I'm working from home, getting my full salary. But getting anxious to go back to work too. A big city over there. Take a look. One more thing, the bike. I gotta talk about this bike. It's a Rad Power bike. This is the Rad Rover, fat tires. It's all year round. I can bike in the winter time with this. This is gonna mean to be my commuter, faithful commuter from now on. Pretty amazing. Fun to drive, that's for sure. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this little video. I'll be posting more image there at the end. Stick around. And then until next time, keep shooting.